You ever wonder if getting rich is just pure luck or if there's, a system to it? Well, today we're diving into one of the most famous books on finance ever, The Richest Man in Babylon. We're going to pull apart its ancient secrets and see how they can help us build wealth right here, right now. Right off the bat, the book hits us with this powerful idea. It's not about chance, it's about knowledge. The whole argument is that the financial laws that worked in Babylon 6,000 years ago are the exact same laws that run our lives today. And this is the question that starts the whole story. It's asked by a guy named Bansir, a chariot builder in ancient Babylon. But, doesn't that sound familiar? Why is it so hard to just get ahead? It's a question we're all still asking. And here's the thing. It's not like these guys are lazy. Not at all. They're skilled craftsmen, they live in the wealthiest city in the world, and they work constantly, and they're still totally broke. Sound familiar? They're spinning their wheels and getting absolutely nowhere. So, this is their big moment. They finally realize that just working harder isn't the answer. They have to learn the rules of the game. So what do? They go straight to the one person who seems to have it all figured out, their old friend, Arkad. So what's the deal with Arkad? How did he become the richest man in Babylon? His friends just figured he was lucky. That fickle fate smiled on him. But Arkad tells them, nope, it wasn't fate. It was one simple, powerful secret that he learned when he was young. See, Arkad didn't have a head start. He started at the very bottom, just a scribe carving away at clay tablets all day long. But he wanted more. So one day, this rich moneylender, Algamish, needs a job done overnight. Arkad sees his chance and makes a deal. He'll work all night long if Algamish would just tell him the secret to getting rich. And there it is. That's the secret. Honestly, it's so simple, it's almost confusing, right? Arkad was confused too. He asked, wait, isn't all of what I earn mine to keep? And what Algamish says next? Well, it changes everything. Algamish lays it all out. This one decision, this simple idea, is the bedrock of building any kind of wealth. It is the absolute first and most important step. It's the first cure for what the book calls a lean purse. And this is where he really gets to the heart of it. Think about it. When you get paid, where does that money go? Straight out the door, right? To your landlord, to the grocery store, for your clothes. Algamish puts it bluntly. You pay everyone but yourself. You labor for others. The whole idea is to stop seeing your savings as leftovers and start seeing it as the very first, most important bill you have to pay. So what this really means is you have to prioritize your future self. This isn't just a suggestion. It's a rule. It's non-negotiable. Before anyone else gets a single coin from your earnings, you take your share and you put it away. Period. And the book makes it so simple. It gives you a clear, specific rule to follow. For every 10 coins that come into your purse, you only take out 9 to spend. That 10th coin, that's yours to keep. That little 1/10 becomes the seed from which your entire tree of wealth is going to grow. And obviously, the sooner you plant that seed, the sooner that tree starts growing. Okay, great. So you've started saving, your purse is starting to feel a little heavier. But just letting your money sit there, as the book says, satisfieth a miserly soul but earns nothing. So what's next? Well, now you got to put that money to work for you. And you have to protect it. Arkad, of course, learns this lesson the hard way. He takes his first year of savings and gives it all to a brickmaker who's going overseas promising to buy rare jewels. Well, guess what? The brickmaker gets scammed and comes back with worthless bits of glass. The lesson here is so crucial. Get your advice from experts. You wouldn't ask a musician for financial advice, right? Same principle. So this breaks it down perfectly. You've got 2 jobs. On one side, you have to grow your gold. You want every coin to be like a golden slave that works for you, earning more money. And then you want their children, the interest, to also work for you. But on the other side, you have to be a fierce guardian. You have to protect your initial investment at all costs, avoid those crazy get-rich-quick schemes, and only invest with people who know what they're doing. All right, so we've got the rules. Save a 10th, invest it wisely, protect it. But the book says there's something even deeper going on here. It's a fundamental mindset that actually separates the wealthy from the poor. Whoa, that's a heavy question, right? It comes from the story of a man named Dabasir. He was born a free man, but he got into debt and was eventually sold into slavery. And through his incredible journey back to freedom, he learns this profound difference between the mindset of a slave and the mindset of a free person. And the difference is it's night and day. Someone with the soul of a slave is passive. They complain, they blame bad luck, they feel totally helpless. But someone with the soul of a free man, they take action. They take responsibility. They look at their debts not as a prison sentence, but as an enemy that they are going to defeat. It turns out that financial freedom, it really does start in your head. This right here is the biggest lesson from Dabasir's story. He was literally lost and starving in a desert with no idea how to get home. But the moment he truly decided he was going to make it, the moment he found that rock-solid determination, that's when he found a way. It shows us that your resolve, your decision to succeed, has to come before you can ever find the solution. So let's bring it all home. All this ancient wisdom from Babylon, it really boils down to these 4 clear steps. First, start thy purse to fattening. You gotta pay yourself that 10th first. Second, control thy expenditures. Learn to live happily on the rest. Third, make thy gold multiply. Put those savings to work. And fourth, and this is so important, guard thy treasures from loss. Be smart, avoid crazy risks, and listen to people who know what they're talking about. You know, the entire philosophy of this amazing book really comes down to that one powerful metaphor. Wealth isn't some mountain of treasure you just stumble upon one day. No way. It's a tree that you have to grow yourself from one tiny little seed. It takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes patience. But the most important step is always that first one. So, the only question left to ask is, when are you going to plant yours?